I started moving the plants in here to the shed today. Not because it's ready, because it's not. We haven't painted or anything, but it's supposed to get really cold tonight. So I want to get them in here, get some heat going, and I think we're going to leave in a little bit to go get some lights for in here. I still got plenty to go, but some of my plants actually have to be separated, pulled apart, because all my pothos have grown together and rooted in each other's pots. So I've got to get those guys apart. All right, I got them all in here, all of my plants. And it doesn't look like much, but that's 38 plants, not including all the little propagations and stuff. That took me way too long to do. Such a slow poke. I feel like I'm moving fast, but then moving that little amount of plants took me over an hour. So I'm sitting in my unfinished grow room. Unfinished, hasn't even really been started. I haven't painted or put any shelving other than what was already in here up. I think I've made some wasp angry though. Haven't put any lights or anything in here, no hanging bars, nothing. But we had a really cold night the other night. It was dropping down below 50 here, or it was forecasted to, and I needed to get all of my plants inside. So out here they came. Just to be extra safe, I used my dehydrator lid for extra heat. I have a very cheap dehydrator. It doesn't even have an on or off switch. You just plug it in and it blows heat on the trays, and it works, but it also works pretty well as a heat source, as a heater. I have been in here today checking out. I said in my last video that I put up that I took lots of propagations, and so I have been checking on those guys today. I have lots of jars full of cuttings I took from my plants, and then also some cuttings that I stole from my cousin's plant when I went and visited her the other day. I heard a rumor that if you steal a cutting from someone else's plant, it has a better chance of surviving than if it's given to you. So I've been stealing cuttings. I have just jars and jars of cuttings of different pothos, philodendron. This is my nano trans. It's like a wandering Jew, but it's like variegated pink and purple. And this was my birthday gift this year from Ricky, and I put it outside with all the rest of my plants, and I thought since it normally lives outdoors that it would be fine, but there is something going on around here that all the trees and everything kind of get like this. So I cut the original plants over there somewhere, and I cut some shoots off of it because it was getting a little leggy, and I plopped those into water, and there are some tiny little roots. I don't know if you'll be able to see them very well. Look at my face in there. They just look like little hairs right now. You can see one right there. It's starting to form some roots in there, so that's exciting. I'm glad I'll be able to save my birthday gift. In this bottle, I have some ruscus cuttings. So this is a plant that we use at my job, at the florist I work at. It's greenery that we use, and I was told that you could root these, and I don't remember if she said from these little bumps. You know what, I'm going to stick one of these leaves in this propagation box I started, or if she said from here. I'm not sure, but I have them in water right now, but I'm going to put some in my prop bin, and maybe it'll work a little better that way. So I've got some ruscus. You see that lizard? I have some great natural predators in this building already. There's several lizards, large lizards, that are helping me take care of the bugs that I carried in on my plants. I also have another piece in here along with some fig cuttings. I may have showed these in a video I did, a vlog, while I was working. But I took some cuttings. I stole some. A customer I was delivering to had taken some cuttings from her fig tree, and not cuttings, she was pruning her fig tree. Some branches were out near the trash, so I stole some. You can tell here, but it's starting to get some, those little white bumps, I believe, are roots. So I'm pretty excited about that. All the leaves died off and I thought it was gonna die, and then I noticed the little white bumps and I got excited again. And then in here, this was a little propagation I was trying. So I've got leca balls. I can take this off and show you. I've got leca balls in this little plastic container, and I'm growing, again, I don't know if it's pearls and jade or enjoy, but it has rooted to the leca balls. It's a little wobbly, but it has rooted, and it has been living in my bedroom like this for probably 6 to 8 months with very, very little light. I'm very surprised that it survived, and I'm hoping now that I have this building, I can get some growth. Ricky actually ordered me a set of grow lights that are supposed to be here tomorrow that are going to get set up in here. He also ordered me this awesome tripod that you're sitting on right now. It's my early Christmas, he says, and I'm very thankful for that. I also have two, these are, I don't know if they're calathea or the other one, Manta, it starts with an M. Prayer plants, anyway, some cuttings that I'm trying to get to root. These roots, I believe, were on the plant before I took the cutting, and they've really just been rotting so far. Like, they had good leaves on them until I tried to do it, and now I don't know if it's gonna work, but we're gonna keep trying until they die, because I want some of these. Though I did get some in the this basket. The florist I work for, we have dish gardens that we sell, and we buy those, or we buy those from another source. We don't make these, and unfortunately, you know, they come in ceramic pots or baskets in these plastic liners, and occasionally when we get them, the soil has just been really overwatered, and the plants will start dying off because of root rot. And these things are usually completely full with plants, and this is one of those cases where all the plants seem to have gotten root rot and they just started dying. And I asked my boss what he was planning on doing with this, and he was just going to throw it out unless I wanted it, which of course I did. So I have zero experience with any of the plants in here except for this guy back here. Let's see, you can see him right over my shoulder there. It's the same exact plant. So I'm letting the soil dry out, and we'll see if we can keep these guys in here. But this is the plant that I'm talking about. These little cuttings came from. Different kind. This is the red veined, and I don't know what the other ones were. But I'm hoping to be able to save this thing. Got another little bowl of just tons of propagations, and I just took a bunch more cuttings. I'm waiting for them to callus over so I can stick them in water. You don't absolutely have to. I never did before, but a year ago when I tried to do this, for some reason they were all dying when I stuck them in water, and I heard that if you let them callus over before you do that, it's supposed to help ensure that they survive. And then in this box, I just started this yesterday. I've mentioned Harley G in at least one video I know of that I can think of, because it was the last video I put up. But this is how she propagates all her cuttings. She does a lot of like node cuttings, which would be just this, and single leaf cuttings, but I think she prefers to work with just nodes. So I have some sphagnum moss that I bought the other day, and then I mixed some Miracle-Gro plant food in with my water, and then I put a little bit of the water in with the sphagnum moss, just enough so that it's damp, not really wet. And then I stuck a bunch of propagations in here. We're gonna see how that goes. I know that without having extra light in here, a lot of this stuff, especially this runs the risk of molding until I get better light in here. Cuttings need really high light, higher light than you would normally give them. Like pothos are a low to medium light houseplant. Certain cultivators or varieties are lower or higher light depending on the one. But when you were doing the propagations, from what I understand, in your prop boxes with this sphagnum moss, you really need high light. So I need to get those lights in here. In the meantime, they're just staying in here with a little, well, it was a little bit of light coming from there, but it seems as though that bulb blew while I was talking to you guys. And then just whatever light is coming in through this door, which isn't a whole heck of a lot. Sorry, my boyfriend's mom walked out. I don't like filming when people are around. I just got lost. Anyway, so my grow lights should be here tomorrow. I'm really hoping that I can keep all these plants alive, guys. My begonia maculata back there. Hey, it's actually many days later, and I got a call in the middle of filming that video, and then I immediately had to leave, so I couldn't finish, and have since started filming several other videos, but this one needed an ending, so here we go. Give you a sneak peek, a little sneaky peeky of my plants, my lights here. I'm going to end this video because I've already started, like I said, filming others, and it was getting kind of long. I don't know. Thanks for watching, guys, and stay tuned to see how all this works out. I really hope it does. Okay, talk to you later. Bye!